meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built, and should you fall, you will arrive at home with steel pumps built. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden and banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. And frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. A mother rains both sky and land, tears will help you stand. In heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Misty glades and valleys deep, the mighty Jarls reside. The Thurgood there have lost their homes to the minions of the Queen of Pride. The journey goes on to where we don't know. Oh Father, can you see me fight on? Will the journey end with the last demon slain, or will we be sailing again? To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken.
Hello and welcome back. We are back to our no map adventure and we gonna be starting up the game. Oh, wait a little bit. Okay. There is a problem with the Steam library here. It says it's unable to access the Steam cloud. Let me try that again. Steam was unable to sync your Valheim saves with the Steam cloud. Boo. So, what is going on here? It says the cloud status is up to date. We having fun here. Let me try restarting the mod manager and see if that helps. This is fantastic. This starts very fantastic here. Okay, if you play now, you may not have previous game progress and you may permanently lose it. Ha! So now what do? We have a Steam problem here. This is... what is going on? It has no connection. Why does that Steam thing have no connection? Why? This is only important if you play on different systems. Okay. Thank you for the good evening, by the way, Ebelon, and thank you for the information. So we're gonna risk it and we start the stream here and say play anyway and hope for the best then. My gosh, this is... Hi there, Georg Chris. Thank you for... I hope I can play just online. I don't know. We will figure it out. We're gonna start the game and see how it goes. Let me switch to the stream here. And we're gonna find our girl Maigo. There we go. And I do hope that it picks up. Yes, it does. And we need world 2. There we go. Okay, let's hope for the best. I don't know why stream is not connected. I obviously have internet connection or I wouldn't be streaming. So we're gonna run for it and we trust Ebelon. He said that's not a problem. So I trust his judgment. So we're gonna go play. We have arrived and we're gonna start by sleeping like we always do. If you have watched videos of mine or previous streams, we always sleep in the beginning because of rested buff. I'm too impatient to wait around to get the rested buff. So, this is a no map run with a little twist. In case you have not watched previous episodes, we have the no map printer mod here, and that works with the cartography table, so I can register my discoveries. And then I can read the map and remember the travels. And that will give me a static map of where I have been. That is just static. It's not updating live like you know with a vanilla game. It's just like to see where we have been. Like you have your personal cartographer with you all the time who is measuring the landscape and drawing the map for you. And in the last episode, we have been extremely lucky. We found... Ishkandia, good evening. Nice to see you here. We have found a crypt here that pointed us in this direction to find the Elder here. So we set sail and tried to get over here. And on the way... Hello, Karam. Thank you for being here. On the way, we saw that this is swamp here, and we were in a bad weather, and we crossed so close that we didn't see because of the bad weather, but it was in viewing distance, the witch here. When we landed right at Hildir's place, and when we followed the direction from here to here, we found the Elder, and right next to the Elder, Haldor. So that is the most luckiest streak ever I had in all my games, and it occurred appropriately in the no map run. The things. So now we have to eat something, if I can remember where I put my food. Okay, that is old food and that is good food. We have to be cooking something. Can't go out with no food. So we're gonna make some deer stew to take with. There should be some carrots somewhere too. There. So, some deer stew. I don't think, because we have found this, Iskandia, we have found this fantastic island and we have built a pretty decent house here already. We have to do something about that floating edge there. So it would be not very convenient to build another house somewhere else for now. We haven't even finished building that one. The windows are just raw holes in the wall. But we know that Santa lives that way, which means to say this is north. So that is the beginning of this episode. We managed to cobble together this house here in the last episode. Have some storage, have some place to put our foodstuffs. And now we have to go and explore the forest a little more. As you can see, we have killed quite some bears already. We have quite some bear meat here, which means we have already killed quite some bears. I have the patterns of the bear armor and a troll HUD on my head. So yeah, we have a beautiful place to build our base. It's a little bit in the meadows and a little bit in the forest. At the end of the last episode, we did spawn-proof this place, so hopefully we should not get any nonsense here regarding raids. I hope. Let's hope for the best here. And yeah, we have some things to smelter. Not much anymore because we did most of the smeltering already in the old base. This here is our 0 portal. That is meant to be an exit portal, an emergency portal. That is the number 1. And here we have the hill deer portal and our pocket portal. So that is that, and this one leads back to our previous base. Let's go there for a spell and see. Hi there, Smoothitis. Nice to see you here. Good evening. We have to rely on the farming grounds here for a little bit longer because we have to first prepare everything on the other side. Our message board here is empty for now. We did everything we had there. That was our old base, and everything that was here we took over to the new place, except of the trophies. Maybe we should take them too. So everything is over there. And then I think we're gonna go over to the Elder place. And we set a new portal there, leave a new portal there, leave it at Elder, and go exploring around there. Number 1 is north of a biggish swamp. Okay, good we had that note there. I would have not remembered that. Let's put all those here. We have a fine wood bow and some arrows. A lot of arrows actually. I think we don't need to carry all of those arrows. That should be plenty. We have 2 seats, so we can summon the Elder if we want to. But I think we're gonna go gather some more seeds because there is those trinkets. Yeah, me being a forgetful gamer, we will have a whole wall of sticky notes so we don't forget where we are supposed to be going, because I will forget, I guarantee that. So we need a portal with us. I hope we have the fine wood for that. Yeah, easily. We harvested a lot of oaks in the last episode. That's true. With the trinkets, it's better with some, worse with others. The very basic ones you get in the beginning, the bronze pendant and the heart of the forest, they only need 50 to proc, but still, that is a lot of stuff to make work. You're absolutely true. So we're gonna rename that one here for Elder. And jump through our pocket portal. And then we get, hopefully not lost, in the forest. We're gonna rename that one Elder. And leave that here, and we got a new one, a new pocket portal. I only have 10 wood. Yeah, they trigger right as the fight ends, but in the case of the stamina gain, you get a mini 1 minute stamina gain to run around and be a little nimble on your feet to go exploring a little bit more. So I think we're gonna be searching around here. We do want to probably kill some more bears. There is some bronze we started mining, but we want more bears eventually, because I do want all the... Who's throwing rocks at me? I do want all the... There we are with the bear. Fantastic. And I don't have enough stones to make a fire. Let me get some fires here, please. Because I don't necessarily want to get killed by that bear in the middle of nowhere. Okay, Mr. Bear, now we are ready to fight. Come here. Where, what, whoa. Oh, there is a grey dwarf population up there. So now what? Can we now please talk about fighting here? What that? Okay, we've got a coward of a bear. We're gonna follow that one. Where did it go now? It went in that direction, didn't it? Oh, it's over there. Hello, Mr. Bear. I'm here. Boom. I'm just hitting the trees here. Huh? That bear is strange. Yes, I know. If the paws are a little more updated and I have a little more skills, I have parried bears with the paws successfully. It's even more fun, but this one is goofy. I like the bear paws, and I have made a point in the past to collect enough for the Fenris. What is it called? The flesh rippers. I love them so much, and I was always sad there was not more fist weapons in the game, and now I got my wish, and there are 2 new fist weapons in the game. I'm really happy about that. Okay, we've got more paws. We want 4 bear trophies in the end, because we want to make the deer rock, the bear rock, we want to make the headdress, we want to hang one on the wall, and we want to have the headdress. So I wouldn't want to remove my trusty old spear and my shield because I do not always want to fight up close, and a spear is a fantastic throwing weapon. So I prefer to have that variety. I like the spear and the shield, and get the blocking with the shield up, and then I like the club. I would prefer to have an iron one, but we're gonna get there. And yeah, I don't rely solely on one weapon ever, because there is times where you want to throw a spear at something and stay out of range of harm's way. Okay, we have raspberries here. We have a little bit of forest meadows here next to the forest. We need more of those guys. Maybe I should take the weapon out. That would help a great deal. Oh, you come here too. And do we have a stack breaker? Oh yes, we do have a stack breaker too. Now that is fantastic. I think we want maybe another burial chamber too at some point. Ooh, there is plains here. We don't want to go too close to that. I don't feel confident going to the plains in that armor. Not if I can help it. Ooh. No thank you. We're gonna keep that for another time. But so we know we have plains behind that. And our elder location is in that direction. There is the elder. And behind those trees here, we have plains, which is good to know. And then to the other side, I think there is a bunch of swamp. There we have our trusty friend Haldor and a lot of berries. We like those. More deer stew for us. Hi there, Holstein. We could destroy that one to get the trophy, but I prefer to not. I kind of like to keep it here because now you can sit here at Haldor's. That is kind of cute. You can hunt treasures with the stack breaker in the stone ship in the mud meadows. Yes, I know, but mostly it's easier to gather the treasures from the burial chambers because those skeletons are pretty fragile, and it is way less hassle to do that than dig a big old hole in the ground where you saw the numbers coming up. But we need more ancient seeds for the trinket, so we're gonna go hunting. What have we here? We don't need that. And we don't need that. But we do need a lot more eyes. We do not have enough eyes yet. So we're gonna go hunt for some eyes. What was I saying? Oh yes. There is the altar and Haldor, and over this side to this side we have some swamp. Yeah, but you have to really hit a lot of times to get that treasure chest to break. So I'd much rather go in there and pick the treasures, because mostly it's just like a necklace or some jewelry, like not too much. If I spend the time in one of those burial chambers, I get way more treasures from that. Let's have a portal here. We're gonna visit that burial chamber here. Connect. It was there from the start. Georg, I don't know how to pronounce that. I decided to play with that mod from the beginning because I am a mess with drawing a map myself, and I don't want to bore my audience to death trying to fumble some map together. So I decided we're gonna go with that mod from the beginning, so we can have a map without me having to do the drawing. Oh, that is quite a lot of them. And there is can you leave me? Thank you. I need to get in here and get... Oh wait, there are a lot of them. Now we can talk about killing you one after the other. Man, that is a lot of people here. I'd rather have my stack breaker, but I don't have it on the number. Is there a door somewhere here? No. Okay, gonna do it like that then. There we see. Map. That's... So, we got more treasures here, like that. Woohoo! See there? That is like more in one go than we could get from one of those treasure ships. And that is what I'm saying. So that's why I never bothered to do that. I think we have enough yellow mushrooms, and if we don't, we can always come back. But I do want to have a goodly amount of cores to begin with. Makes things easier. Also, I'd like to find me... Oh, let me put that on number 7 here. That's easier. Done? Yes. So when I'm speaking English, then I think George is easier to pronounce. I could pronounce it the German way, but that would make it a little bit awkward while I'm speaking English. So we're gonna go with George, if that's okay for you. Train up my S key and my blocking a little bit here. Get some extra... Man, is there another one of those? Oh, where did you come from? I didn't see you there. And another one from behind. Where do they all come from? Is there another... Let me see if there is another spawner here somewhere. No? Yes? There they came from. Okay. Let me get out of here. I need to stack breaker you to death, all of you. Okay. Where's the way out here? I want to have a little bit of a rest here. What again? Annoying. Where did we come from? There. Yeah, let's have a little rest here and eat something before we go on. Okay, so now we had all of this here sorted, didn't we? Lost track here. So then we have to sort this side. The rested buff is nearly done. You are right, but I think there is not much more left because we destroyed all the spawners in advance. That's where the ghost came from. I don't think we need the bones. There is no door here. And then that was that big blob of a thing here. We killed everything here too. There is just mushrooms. And then there is no door here. Yeah, there was a door, I think, in this direction somewhere. There, that is the door. And there was another settling core here. And that was... the last door is that one here. And that is nothing. That's just mushrooms. Okay, that was that. Look at that. Right when the rested buff ran out. Now, where do we go? There. Perfect. We have perfectly nasty weather here. Let's go home. So we found us a grand total of 10 more cores, which is fabulous. That will keep us supplied for a good long time here. And we have some more eyes. That makes another portal here. And where is my bones? Oh, we have so many bones already. I think we're good on the bones too. And then I think I have a treasure chest somewhere. There. Look at all the money. Oh, that is honey. The honey should go in here somewhere. There. And ectoplasm, that is that. And we have more arrows. And we have another bee here to be planting, and we put that in a different box. And I think we're gonna have a food box somewhere for the ready-made food to go out. Oh, we should put one on the table there for now, I think. They will last us quite a long time, and then the next biome is swamp, and given the surtling spawners there, I think we can assume safely that there will be a lot more surtling cores to be coming in, so we could even afford to spend some on fireworks. But for now, we're gonna plant the last bee here. What a nasty weather. And what we did plan to do in the last episode, I did not write it down, but that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be using that northern part of our home island for a wood farm. Like in that northern part here, we're gonna plant trees over there and use that as a wood farm. Put some workbenches there too. So we're gonna jump to the old base and harvest the remaining trees we planted there, so we have enough wood to continue building our base here, because there is quite a lot missing. The gable is not closed off. The windows are just holes in the wall. Want to make that a cozy place, and a bear rug would be very fitting here. But for now, go sleep. Okay, so we have food in the pocket. We leave the wood here. We go for a spree over at our old base to cut the wood. We can put that away. We have to see how much copper we will need. It's a little sparse here. Thank you, George. I hope to make it even more crazy looking. Nice looking, I should say. Darkwatch. Okay, that's where we want to go. That is our old base, and there is a lot of trees planted that I want to bring down and collect some seeds. We did plant. Where did we do that? Didn't we? Did I harvest all of those already? Do I have hallucinations? I thought we had planted a bunch of trees there. I remember clearly Iskandar telling me that oak trees give the best... Yeah. What would you give the best results? And I thought we had planted some oak trees here. Did we harvest all of them already? Strongly looks like we did. Okay. I'm fine with that too. Gonna take our carrots then. And go. And put another carrot field on our new lands. And then go map out a little bit where that swamp is. So that is a whole lot of carrots here. So I think we are good with that here then. Now extras to harvest. I don't think, because it has the oaks take 2 days or 3 to grow, and we spent much of those 3 days building the space here and then exploring, go sailing. So if we had planted some oaks there, they would have been grown up in the meantime. So I guess we just... Hi there, King Under the Mountain. Yeah, carrots are good for your eyes, some people say. So yeah, we have a lot of carrots, and we have some carrot seeds left here. We have to build another garden around here, and we have to decide where to do that. I lean heavily to the other side. Have this as the utility area, and then build our new garden over on this side here. This seems like a very nice garden patch to me. Like right here. This is gonna be our new garden, but for now I think we want to go adventuring a little bit more. We'll do that the next day. Okay, let's get cracking. I want to see where that swamp really is. Oh, Iskandar, you are absolutely right. I said we plant the oaks near the spawn and make that our wood farm. Thank you for reminding me. I'm I'm such a goofball with remembering when I did what and why. Good thing I have you to remind me what I did. Yes, of course, we planted the oaks at the spawn. Of course, you are right. And my brains. I want to see. Yeah, I couldn't see them because I was not at the spawn. I was at our old base. Let's get rid of those first here. Come here. Is there a... That's an archer, huh? That's just standing there. I want to see what's going on in that swamp, and if there is a lot of stuff going on. Maybe I can sneak some ancient wood already. You're a good one, huh? Can't you come up here? Okay, then die down there. Aha, there is unfriendly guys coming. Is there many of them? Or just that one? Because those there are pretty convenient to be felling and hope for the best, so we could have a campfire early. That would be fab. Bonfires are nice. Boom. Will you please stay here? You got your Fenring trophy? Even 2 of them? Wow, cool. Only killing 47 Fenrings. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about like the amount of Fenring I have been killing in my private little world. To find the do. Aren't they just so annoying? That is that kind of guy I would want to throw a spear at. Because I'm not quite so sure. Maybe not throw a spear at that guy and throw it into the swamp. Iskandia knows the tale of the lost... Now I picked that one up. Dude, I didn't know that. Need that. Of the spear that I threw and it went out the window. And I had to search for my spear forever. Ow. You hurt me. You're not gonna hurt me anymore. Nah, that one is not in the orbit. I found it after much searching. I found it, but it landed in a ravine underwater, and it did not glitter. It was such a chore to find that. Okay, this is looking good now. I think we can risk trying to sneak some early ancient bark friends. We try that. Can't carry that, but we can always get us a portal going. There is a Surtling spawner there, which is great too. Gonna get that second one down too. Oh. So you are an archer down there and you want to shoot at me from behind. I don't like that kind of behavior, friend. That is a level 3 what is with you? Come down here. There is Draugr friends for you to play with. How about coming down here and play with Draugrs? Something is shooting. There is another archer somewhere. Oh, right over there. Okay, we're gonna go a little ways back here. Gosh, I want a better bow, friends. I want a better bow. Ah. We're gonna have sausages soon if that keeps going like that. Maybe we can even, yeah, throw your stones, I don't care. Now what you doing here? Yeah, we've got our... yeah, we have to go and build our pocket portal somewhere because we are so full. Kind of want to get a pocket portal down here. I think there is a Draugr on the way to visit us here. Can we parry this? We can. Very fine. There we go. Now we can go pick up the wood. Is there a Grey Dwarf spawner there too somewhere? Really annoying. There we go. Now we have the option of making our very own bonfire. I prefer to have a bonfire. Let's get out of here. We have some planting to do at home too. So that should be the swamp where the Bone Witch is. Oh, another bear. Might want to have a fire, huh? We don't have stones. Wait. There should be some stones here. Why is there not a single stone here? Oh, there. Two. There. Now we got a fire. Fire makes it easier to deal with that guy. It does not make it easier to deal with the Grey Dwarfs, but it makes it easier to deal with the bear. Just don't want to lose the direction because there is my portal, and if I lose the direction to where my portal is, we're gonna be having fun here. Cooking bears. What would you? Hello? Ow. I messed up the parry there. I messed it up again. There we go. Give me a trophy. No fee. No fee. Oh yeah, and we are playing with Firehazards, so we have more fun here. Okay, take all that. Get that home. And we're gonna be building our farm plot there and plant some carrots. And then we go to the spawn and hack some wood because, yeah, we need to have a farm plot and we need to have more wood. There we go. And then that's that. And we have... No, that's wrong. That. And that. And that. We have a lot of deer. A lot of boar meat. We don't have a shaman trophy though. That is kind of a pity. Yeah, that is for sure. And that is why I like the bear claws so much. Because they gonna be leveling up my fist skills a lot. And then the flesh rippers, my gosh, they will deal so much damage. Oh, I need the hoe and the cultivator and the carrot seeds and some carrots. Where is the carrots? Fourth box. There we go. Farm plot. I think this is gonna make a fabulous little farm plot here. About on this level here. There we go. See if we can make it somewhat straight-ish. So I can plant in neat rows. That would be lovely. Yeah, I'm trying. I try to glance over to the chat and see if somebody had written something, and I'm not always good when I'm really invested in fighting or something. I will miss comments, but yeah, I'm practicing very hard to keep up with the chat because that is important. I watched someone playing the trophy hunt, the last trophy hunt last Saturday, and I thought, oh, he's a newcomer, I'm gonna go cheer him on a little bit, go there and be in his Twitch, and he did not even notice me being there. So it is very important for me to notice when you are talking to me and not ignore chat. That is... Why would you stream if you then ignore your audience? Yeah, the day I get more people trying to chat will be more difficult, for sure. But maybe I can find a kind person that will tell people I'm not ignoring, I'm just trying to play a game here. We're gonna cross that river when we reach that bridge. I think for things to be going that way, we will have to first reach the place where there is monetization, and I don't think that is gonna be anytime real soon. So, sorry, it's gonna be a little while still, I mean, I could probably make a coffee account or something like that, but without monetization from YouTube, there is a small chance you can send any support in any form or shape, but that's okay. You don't have to. I am more than happy to have you here in the chat and play this game while chatting with you, and yeah, that's reward for me too. I started streaming on Twitch over a year ago, and it has been difficult getting a foot down on Twitch with streaming, I can tell you. So we want to have some kind of window framing here. It's gonna be night soon, so we're gonna sleep and then go get more wood. But we want to have some window frame here, and I want to have a window sill here. And what we're gonna be doing here, we're gonna try to finagle in a windowsill that is not looking stupid. Something along that, a little bit on the inside and most of the windowsill on the outside. That is looking nice. And then we're gonna take those and snap that to the lower one of the two, not the upper one, but the lower one. And that will make quite a nice windowsill. I have to get outside to get the outer edge done. There and there. You see a lot of chat going and just post the game once in a while. Use that to reply on what's been said. Yeah, I would if there was like urgent need for me to not get killed or something. For now, when I'm just building, I can just look at chat. But I have to glance over every now and so often just to see if somebody said something. Okay, I think that is a reasonable looking window here with a windowsill and a window across, and later when we get to the mountains we can put some glass in here. I think that is the style we are going with for this house. There is another 2 windows here we have to frame. Have to sleep, and then we go to the spawn and then get the oaks we harvested there, and then we go to our north island and plant them there because that's where we can just run over there. And we have a lot of life left, so let's see. We need spawn. YouTube, come on, connect. And then I want to have some kind of a portal house thingy somewhere. See, that is where we planted all of the oaks. Yeah, something along those lines, Iskandia. The North Island of our giraffe there. And then have a little bridge. There is a little bit of water in between. We're gonna build us a little bit of a bridge there so we can cart the stuff home and don't have to portal it all home all the time. So that is, I think, the way to go. That is, oh look, we got more acorns. Nice. Nice. So that should give us sufficient fine wood for our needs for quite a while with those oaks there. And a little extra to build some things on the house, close off the gables and do some decoration thingies. I think that will be quite helpful. And then we're gonna have a veritable wood farm on the north island of our base. Do some spawn proving there. I never hesitate to use fine wood for comfy levels and build nice houses because in my heart of hearts I am a builder. I do love building bases and make them pretty so much. I could not stop myself from using it. I have an idea with those adornments to make some decorations for the roof, and I have so many ideas already again. Oh, the mushrooms of the spawn, how nice. So we're gonna have to have a lot of fine wood, and then going forward gonna have to have a lot of tar. I can tell you, we're gonna empty out some tar pits there to get us the needed tar for the dark wood. I hope you find some building ideas to steal. I watched Versailles yesterday evening before I was playing a little bit with my son, and that man can build so very, very nice buildings. I love that so much. So there is some ideas, and we can see what we can do texturing wise and make things looking nice. But I also want to do some fighting and progression, not only building. So we have to try and balance that a little bit, but we're gonna have to have quite a big amount of fine wood in this game, that is for sure. There is a lot of weapons that need fine wood. We want the huntsman bow. I think that one takes fine wood too, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember the recipes most of the time. Also, we want to find Rocky. I hope we run around the Elder Forest a little bit more. That should be 1,000 meters from spawn. Maybe we can find Rocky. That would be so neat. And also we maybe want to find another troll or two. Because Cape. Where did that oak tree roll? Like all the way down there? You kidding me? The only limit is your imagination for building and the building height you can achieve with the materials you have at hand. I cannot build a real high tavern building before I have iron. So there is limitations other than my imagination. I have to manage to find more than one Rocky. But my gosh, that needs doing. That needs doing. That is some serious searching to be done there. So is there something? Ooh, there's all the seeds in here. We're gonna take them with. We have to go twice because that is too much to carry in one go. I think we're gonna just drop that in the living room for now and go get what else is there, because we want all of that over here. That does not work and that does not belong in here. We have a downright mess in our household here. Do we have to do some sorting out? Hi there, X-Mall. Nice to have you. Yo, the play is going pretty nice. I have the best viewers ever. Iskandia help me remember that I planted the oak trees at the spawn and not somewhere else. And I would have completely forgotten and maybe then found out they are there when I killed the elder. So yeah, good thing we have fantastic helpers, players, reminders. They give me a hand when my streamer brain is rotten and I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so now we've got some of the wood harvested there. Let's get that put away real quick. That goes here and that goes there and then that goes here and there and there. And then we're gonna have a look at our North Island here, because that is where we want to have a bridge crossing over here, so we don't get wet feet every time we want to reach our forest. So about here, I think we're gonna have a bridge going over there. Gonna have a pretty basic one at first, and then later when we come around, we're gonna make a nicer one. That should be doing the trick, I think. Oh wait, some core wood would be a good idea, I think. Core wood, I said. That is all the core wood we have. Okay, we have to get some core wood. So it's so funny because this island here does look a little bit like a giraffe. Have a look. That is where we are. And that is the island we are living on. And that here is that northern part here. And that looks like a little bit like a giraffe. So that's Giraffe Island. So we gonna... Yeah, you can do all sorts of things, but usually what are you doing here? You're in my way. Usually I don't like to mix the biomes so much, so I gonna go, I think from here. I gonna go with birch trees, oak trees, and beech trees for the meadows. And honestly, there is so many... Well, that thing is in the way, mightily. There is so many... Let me move that a little bit. So many pine trees in the forest. If we felled 3 or 4, that would not be a big deal. There. So on we go with our bridge here. I think I want a gap right here to stop any stupid nonsense from coming at us. So we're gonna have that here in the middle. And then we go on with that. Little bit more support underneath. That is not reaching. There. That one is grounded, okay. Now we're out of wood. Okay, fine. If we tear down those two here, that should give us enough to get the stairs in. That is a neat trick that I learned. When you have a bridge like that, The mobs cannot cross over that little gap that door left, but you don't realize the gap when you are walking over it. You can just walk over it, but the mobs can cross. So that is a neat little trick I learned. Very helpful. And then I think we're gonna start felling some trees here and see how the ground is, if there are some stones we have to tear out. We have to put some spawn proofing here because we don't want to risk we don't want to risk if a raid occurred. Man, that tree was after me. Like, it fell in my direction and then bounced back in my direction. The wooden beam blockade. What do you mean by the wooden beam blockade? I know that you can stop mobs from getting near a wall if you put up staircases, those wooden ones, the wrong way around. They seem to be nonplussed by those and will not. They stand there, just do nothing. They don't attack them, they do nothing to them. There is a little bit of a rock here that we might have to remove when we want to plant trees here. But I think this is gonna be a fabulous place for a wood farm. And we're gonna have some spawn proofing going on there too, just to enlarge in the radius of the safe space here. If you place wooden beams on the land, the monsters can step over them. Ah, okay. Like the same thing like you do with the cooking stations to prevent the mobs coming at you. You can use cooking stations in burial chambers and they will not be able to cross that, and then you are quite safe to just shoot them. So let me see. Our house is over there. That should be about the extent to where the area of the raid will come, probably. The red circle, I need to judge that because we don't get red circles on the map, because we don't have a dynamic map. So that should be about good. Maybe one here. So we have one there. Those shallows here might be a bit of a problem. I'll just have one there for good measure. We shall see if that works out when we get the first raid here. But I think it will be good because the house is way back there, and if we are there when we get a raid, I think the tip of that island will be affected. Like if we get a raid when we are here, it could reach to here, but not much farther, and all the other sides are water. So that should be fine like that. We might want to build a house around each of those to prevent them from getting destroyed. Ooh, we can have a look at what little bit of swamp we discovered there. Remember the travels and wait for the map to render. Got some feathers, more resin, more fine wood. That is quite a big stack of fine wood here. And more seeds. We have to take that out. We need that for a seed box. We're gonna put that in trophy box. So let's have a look at the map where we were. Aha! Look at that. Okay. So that is interesting. That is where the plains are. And then that is where the swamp is, where we gathered that fine wood. But that is not the same swamp than that. So we have to go north, pass by Hildir and go along here. Or we have to... No, we don't have a portal here. Oh yes, we have. We have the number 1 portal is north of a biggish swamp, and that is somewhere here. That's the number 1 portal. So we could also enter that from here. Okay, I think it is night-ish. Can't see the sun. But I think we have sun glitters to this side and north is that way. So that is west and that is sun glitters on the water in the west. That means it's nightfall. We're gonna have a little bit of a break here after 1 hour and 17 minutes of streaming. I need something to drink and I need a bio break. We're gonna pause here for a sec and we're gonna have a short break. I'm gonna be right back.
In meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. You to this world you were brought, whilst warriors glory you sought. In forest dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, till the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home and spilt. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. And frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land. Tears will help you stand. Heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. Furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken.
Okay, that is better. Now I'm not thirsty anymore. Let me return to the stream. Continue. And we're gonna sleep. Oh, I'm wet. No, I'm not wet anymore. So, order of operations. Get a sign on the wall. And what did I want to write down? Oh, the spawn thing. I need to write down that there is still oaks at the spawn, or I will forget. Get give me a second here. I have to delete one of those peddlers. I don't want cheap viewers. I do have the best viewers already, so I don't need cheap viewers because I prefer the viewers I have. Oh, eat something. We need to cook. We need to have some coal. There is some coal around here somewhere, isn't there? No? Where did I put the coal? We had some coal, but where? There. We need signs. We need more signs on the wall because forgetful gamer that I am. We're gonna put up a bunch of signs here. Where are the 3 dots? I can't see. Huh? What? Oh, this side has the dots. Okay, that has to go on like that. My old eyes. Gonna put a lot of post-it notes on our wall and write everything down that I'm going to forget. We're gonna have here a list. That is stupid. There. So we're gonna write in white so my old eyes can read that. We have a spawn portal. Wrong. And then we have the Elder portal out there. And then we have... how do I put that? Meadow, forest, that is the number 1, and we will continue on that list, and then there is number 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there will be swamp 5, 6, 7, 8 or something like that. And then we have to leave ourselves a note here so we don't forget. There is oaks at spawn to be harvested. So we don't forget that again. Can't rely that Ishkanya is there to remind us again if we forget. Okay, have a good one, Iskandya. Thank you for coming, and I hope you find your way back here and come again. And have a good time. Bye! Queen's Jam. Let's make 2 batches so we have a little bit extra. And then we have to fry up some deer meat. Let's put the coal in here so I don't forget I have it there. Cook up some deer meat. Our chimney construction seems to be fine. I think we can also fit a hearth in here without killing our base. Hopefully. So, fried deer meat. And then we have to have that. And that. No, will I ever learn? Probably not. The game always takes the boar meat first. That is a given. 1. How can I get those in there now? 2, 3, 4, 2. So, don't have boar meat in your pocket if you want to roast. Also, don't have necktails in your pocket if you want to roast deer meat. So, now we are done roasting. So, where's the carrots? Yeah, that is a good idea, George. I'm gonna do that. Because that keeps bugging me, and it's mostly on Twitch that they think they can sell me viewers. Now you are stuck with me and I can't remember anything. Xmal can't remember anything. So you're in good company because I never can remember anything anyways. So we can not remember together, you and I, Xmal. I do have quite a lot of bear meat. King Under the Mountain. I need to fry that stuff up too for emergency calls. Because I did kill a ton of bears already. So, there. Got a lot of bear meat. Got a lot of those too. And we got a lot of carrots. And we are going to be living with the yummy food. But you are absolutely right. We're gonna fry up those bear meat while we are at it. Because those make good food too. They have 40. And that is pretty good. It's a lot better than cooked deer meat, yeah. But I would not eat cooked deer meat when I can have deer stew. But you have to fry it for the deer stew first, so... we're gonna fry the bear meat and eat that. But for now we're gonna put it in here. There is some more bear meat somewhere. We had one extra bear meat somewhere. Where did I put that? And it was fried already. Ha! That has me stumped now. Where did I put that? We have to have a ready food box. I don't care. We do need an extra box next to the door, like right there, where there is just ready cooked meat to be eaten, because I'm gonna be searching for the food all the time. There we go. That's that. So, I kind of like that oak tree here. I don't fell that one. That is so pretty here. What is this? This is number 1. We have to have more wood. So we gonna jump over to our wood farm, fell some more trees there. See if those workbenches here get attacked, but I don't think so. And then we'd plant some trees here. Potions on 2 legs. There we go. And we're gonna remove any stones in here. There is a mushroom. Like that one there. And then we can plant some trees here. Some oak trees and birch trees. That will be very helpful. Boom. Also, since this is meadow, we have an infinite flint supply. If we should need more flint going forward, there is never a problem here. So much flint around here. At some point, I think, once I got another vacation, we might have stream doing some saga trial hunts. That could be fun. Not on Tuesday, because Tuesday is Maigo, the lost child. But maybe on a Friday we could do some trial runs. Because I'm serious, I try to get good enough so I can play in the competitions. Oh, we can. But that will take some practice. Xmal there can play 1300 points in a saga hunt. My personal best is by 490 or 70, something like that. So I have a long way to go. There we go. First one protected. Now we get our windows finished here. And I want kind of a portal house somewhere where we can display our trophies, and we want to do something about that floating nonsense there, under there. That looks terrible. I want that fixed. Don't have a floating house. We are not Dorothy. We are not in Kansas, and we are not going to fly to Oz. So we can't have a house that is half floating. That has been bothering me all the while. Now it should be good. Yeah, I think now it's good on this side. What's with the other side? That is floating too. Do. Me and my floating house. Can I please see where I work? There. And then probably around the bend too. Yeah, look at that. That is stability. The house floating 10 centimeters above ground here. Magic. There needs to go some underneath here too. A magic floating house. '20th century construction. Okay. So that was taking care of the floating house, and then we gonna do some window framing here. Get that in there. Huh, we have to move that table. That is sticking into my windowsill. I don't like that. That is that side. There, and that is that side. And then the lower edge here. Can I... Is that the lower edge? Yes. Need to do that from the outside. There. And then there. No, that is not the lower one. That is not correct here. The lower one, please. Something is odd here. They are overlapping strangely. Let me redo that. That is not cool. That is not like it's supposed to be. Do that again. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, now it's perfect. Yeah, that is a good looking windowsill. Now we can put the cartography table back. Maybe we just put it straight here before in front of that window, like that. Yeah, cool. And we have to finish the gable, because that is strange looking. Ah, come on. There, that is that side. And then the other side. Ooh, can't see nothing. Got the sun in my eyes. There and there. And there. Come on, snap. And there. We have some wood left. We can put some roof crosses up there too. Did 'em. There and there. And there. And there. And then here, and I think we need to see first where the gable is. That one looks strange up there. Ah, okay. It is what it is. We have to do that gable there too. And then we have to go sleep again because time is going fast in the 10th world. Missing requirement. But at least now we don't have funny holes in our house anymore. That can have a window cross too, but we have to finagle that by hand. That. And that. Something is odd with that one. Might need to take out the windowsill and have that sit better in there. door frame would be a good idea too. Because a door frame makes that look a little more sophisticated. There we go. Nice. Okay. What's with our fire? Do we need to refill? Well, won't hurt. Okay. More things in my pocket again. That. Feathers, some leather. And then that is more seeds. Quite the seed collection here. Let's have that in here for now too. Okay, let's sleep, and then I think we're gonna pick up the pocket portal and go roam the forest a little bit more. We want A, more blueberries, B, go the direction of Hildir, which would be north. And we have to pick up north from our North Pole marker here, so we know where north is. That is north. Now don't turn that thing again. Food. And there we go. Oh, fantastic. I'm really curious about that saga guide that you made. I'm really looking forward to reading it. Okay, so north is that way. So that swamp is on the other side. Elder is that way, and I think Elder is that way. And from Elder we have to go north. Let me pick some blueberries while we are at it. Quite dark here, because they are needed for quite a lot of stuff, those blueberries. There is another burial chamber there. Have we seen that? Probably. There is the Elder Altar. There. No, that is Haldor. That is Haldor's fire, but the Elder Altar is not far away. There. And from here we have to go north-ish. More running eyes. That is good, because we do need more eyes. Give me your eyes. So from here, Hildir should be roughly in that direction here. That is good. There is another spawner. We're gonna take that one down. And we're gonna take that one down because we want a trophy. Trophy? No? Oh, maybe we leave that a little bit longer. Get another chance at a trophy. Because I would love to have that trinket. So, yeah, that direction should get us approximately in that way. Should get us to Hildir's place. There, look what we found. Look, 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 looky, look. We found Rocky. Yes, sir. Very good. So, Hildir should be over there, if I'm not completely out of alignment. And there she is, over there. Oh, there is some food. More food. I can't do that. I can't get the shaman trophy before you get the berserk trophy. Who made that rule? Okay, there is Hildia. We have to cuddle Blabear and Helen. Hello, Blabear. Hello, Helen. Because that's good luck. You can't pass by Hildia without cuddling them. I can't get the heart to find Rocky before you get the heart to find... Well, sorry, my friend. I proved to you I can do that right a few seconds ago. I found him. So, we're gonna run this stretch of land for a wee bit because I want to see... Okay, we have plains there and I'm half naked in my bear suit. And also I think there is no crossing here. There is water in between. That over there is the swamp where we saw the bog witch. So we will have to go there by boat. That is what I wanted to find out. Or we can spare us the pain of boating and getting in a storm and just use the #1 portal that we left over there. Because beyond that here, little bit of meadows, there is plains. Good to know we have plains there because that means... well, thank you. That means we have plains to go to and explore once we get finished with the mountains. That will be way harder to accomplish. We know where at least 2 pretty big swamps are because, as you can see from here, that stretches from the middle of the screen here and then all the way over to there. And then that landmass there is where we came from. That's Black Forest. So that is pretty substantial swamp there. And then to the other side, you can't see it from here, it's too far. There is a pretty substantial swamp too. So we've got plenty of swamp to go around and get that done. More deer stew. And while we are here and running around these parts, we can get us some core wood. We do have more ice around here. Okay, some core wood, please. Make sure we don't destroy the precious blueberry bushes because... Oh boy. That is a start one to boot. Okay. Don't. So what we do That one will hurt. We might probably better get our workbench and portal down here, because I prefer to have that down before we get killed. So now, are we talking? That will take a while to take that one down. I like how the pelt of that one looks a little shaggy. Ow, ow, that hurt. That is good. You stay there and I wail at you. That hurt. That hurt, but I could parry that one. Now what? Make up your mind. That is just out of reach of the fire there. We have some burned out fire here and another floor on fire over there. Now where is my bear? Oh, come on. Okay, now we're done. Trophy? Nah. Oh. In vanilla, yeah, it does nothing. You are right. But I have the No Map Printer mod running, and that is giving me a little edge here. I can record here, and then I can read the map, and it will draw a static map for me, and not an interactive map, but a static map for where I have already been, because I'm bad at drawing a map myself, and that way we can have it a static map. We'll show you. There we go. 2 portals. So now when I get the map, I get no markings where I am or any other things, and it's not interactive. It is just like where I have already been. So I don't even get the circle, so where I cannot even tell how far to the rim is that or something. I can just tell, okay, that's north and that's south and that's east and that's west. And what it does, it adds like the question mark for the Hildia's quests here, but it does not tell you which biome it's in, so you don't know what it really is, because with 3 mini quests and 3 locations each, that would be like impossible to find any of that just in vanilla. So yeah, that is what the No-Map printer mod does, and that is what I decided to use to make things a little less frustrating to watch, because without any kind of map, either I draw one myself or that thing does it for me, we would have the worst of luck to get anywhere anytime soon. I'm debating where I want Rocky to be living. How about here? Like there? And then we're gonna name them. This one is going to be Pietra. And this one is going to be Sasso. Cute, very cute. The pointy hat, we can make the pointy hat. Where is my, let me say, pointy hat? What is needed for the pointy hat? 1 bronze, coal, and deer hide. We gonna have them pointy hats. We gonna spend the bronze on pointy hats. Because those pointy heads are just the cutest on those guys. There we go. 1 for that one and 1 for that one. Ain't that so cute? I love it so much how that looks. And have you seen that the little buckle on the pointy hat is the same model that is used for the trinket? I love that. So now we also give them a little rug underneath, because they need not sit on the floor there. They can have a little rug underneath. There. How stinking cute that is. I could think up that the summer crown would make pretty nice hats for those little guys too, I think. Also, I made them hats from turnips and carrots. That is cute too. So we have pointy hats for now. And once we get a jack-o'-lantern, once we get turnips, we put a jack-o'-lantern there too, and have the Halloween theme there completed. So that makes me happy. I have to repair all my stuff here. So we have to think about additional niceties. We want we do have 2 bear trophies already, so we could have Instead of that rock, we could have a bear rock. Something like here, and then we can sit there and gaze into the fire. Let me see, what was that? 2 paws, 1 bear hide. We can afford that because we do have somewhere there 2 bear trophies. Yeah, that is so stinking cute how they made that with the heads and all the things you can put on their heads. I always make a point to try and find Rocky because that is so cute. I think the bear rock can go like here. What do you think, guys? That looks pretty neat, and we can sit here and gaze into the fire. And it's not too much in the way. We don't drip over that thing all the time. There we go. That was that. We do have 11 troll hide left, which is not a big lot. What is that here? Level 2. Okay, I think we can upgrade our armor a little bit here. Make things easier. Well, yeah, we need blueberries for that. Keep forgetting that we need blueberries. So upgrade that one. And that one. And that's all the way it will go. And for the hood we need a little bit of that troll hide. And some bones. And upgrade that troll leather hood a little bit too. So with that we got a little more armor here. That is always helpful. Every armor point counts. Okay, there we are. Another day done. Let's go sleep. Oh wait, before we do sleep, let me have another short break here. Let me drink something before I start coughing. Gonna be right back with you.
Don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, till the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and heart you built. And should you fall, you will ride home and sleep on spilt. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden and banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. A mother sky and land, tears will help you stand. Heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. Furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken to slay all.
Okay, I'm back. Gonna go back to the stream and then we're gonna sleep. Okay, we're gonna try again if we can get us that shaman trophy, because I kind of want that heart of the forest trinket. And there was that spawner that we did not destroy because we wanted to get another chance at that box. There. Okay, now where do we go? We came from which side? I've lost my orientation here. And it's raining, and that is not nice, because now I cannot look for the Yggdrasil route. So where was that spawner? That spawner was over there. We're gonna get kill some grey dwarfs and get us some more cold and wet too. Is there a trophy amongst that? Yes, sir. We've got that trophy. I want another one to hang up, please. Thank you. And I got my wish here for another shaman. And a brute. Boo. I'll go a little bit more slow with the shaman. With the brute here. No, you don't. No, you don't. Get wrecked. Two brutes. Man. Unfair. This for Discord combo? I have Discord turned off for now because I can't have notifications pop up all the time while I'm trying to kill stuff here and read chat and all of that nonsense. Not reading any Discord right now. Get wrecked. Ow, that hurt. Being wet is no fun. But I want the eyes because portals, you know. Ooh. And I want to level my I want that big white guy first, because that will hurt if it hurts me. Ooh, that one dropped us some ancient seeds. Nice. With that, now we should have enough ancient seeds to make the trinket. I want all of those berries, please. And we should have... Ooh, another one. I think we're gonna take out that spawner now, because we have enough of that. Ow, that hurt. Can I parry that? I can. 3 stagger? Nice. Oh, those bear class are so good. I really love playing with them. Okay, now we have to pick up a bunch of ice and wood and stones and whatnots. Now we have enough ice to afford quite some portals. And we can make the trinket, the Heart of the Forest trinket. Haha. No, I'm not wearing the bear head because I'm a miser and I want to have all the 4 bear trophies before I make that. Because you never know with those trophies. Why do we have those puke berries? Ugh. Let me throw them puke berries in the ocean. We don't want puke berries. We don't need puke berries. I have, in my private game, I have played with the full bear set. Actually, in the game I'm playing with my son. He's running iron armor and I'm running around in the light armor. So, but I want to gather more of those trophies first. We have made that rock there. We have one more here. And we will have a portal house where we want to hang one on the wall. And then we have one more for the complete set to put on an armor stand. And I have half the expectation that will be quite a while. So what is needed? I think 5 bronze is needed for that Heart of the Forest. Yes, 5 bronze. No, not happening. We don't have the bronze. We need to go get some copper. We need to get back to the Elder Altar and get some copper. We don't have enough copper to make that happen. But we can afford more portals now, which is good too. So, Elder. Where is Elder? That is Spawn. Let's rename that for Elder. Because right next to the Elder portal is Elder activated somewhere else? Why does that not activate? Okay. Did something destroy our portal at the Elder location? Yeah. Building first, interior design first, and then we can talk about fashion. And I don't mind the troll hut. So, let's get back to the Elder location. I left the portal there. And it did not activate when I set that portal to Elder. So something happened there. Sure enough, something destroyed our stuff here. Them buggers. Them buggers. Okay, let's put the pocket portal in here then. And there is quite close by there is that copper node where we mined copper before. Also, for all the folks that have come new to the series today, I set the portals to be portaling metal, because no map run and then try to boat home everything. No friends. That would be the most boring stream ever. We would be getting lost and sailing and getting lost and sailing and never get home with all of that metal. And no, that is not fun. That is a chore. So we are portaling metals here. I have way enough to be doing, collecting ice here and not losing my way as is without a map to constantly refer to. I can tell you, I keep glancing to the spot where the minimap would be, because I am so used to navigate by minimap. Okay. Oh, now I get your drift. You have some screenshots in the Discord chat that I could show. Yeah, we could do that in the next stream. I would have to set up another overlay because I have set the game to capture Valheim specifically, so I would have to make another overlay anyways, so I can show things. Will do. Will do next Tuesday. I don't think we need all of those stones. Rather carry a little bit more of the bronze, and then we have to find some coastline, and we have to get us some tin too. No tin. No tin, no bronze. And we saw there was a swamp down there. There is plains in that way, so I think we have to go in this direction to get some tin. Oh, and also we wanted to get some core wood. Completely forgot about the core wood. Professional streamer that I am. Keep forgetting things. That's why I have the writing on the wall, you know, because I keep forgetting things. How much? A lot of stones. A little bit more. There is more things needing copper to be coming, I think. And it's never a bad idea to have a little extra in case. Okay, we're gonna portal that home. Our pickaxe is next to broken anyways. Gonna see that we get... we can leave that here. We can get that home. We have also a portal at Hildyrs in case things get awry here and that portal gets destroyed. We have another portal at Hildyrs, so have a backup plan. So that is that. We need to have more wood to make some coal, and then we go and run. That is full. We have to get that out of there very soon here. More ice and more feathers. Turn that on. I think we're gonna have a smeltering place. Probably here. Set up some more of those. And yeah, we're gonna pick up the pocket portal. I forgot to repair my pickaxe. Can do that twice. Can go repair the pickaxe when we found the shoreline. Gonna try this direction because I have the feeling that we might be able to find some coastline there. And no coastline here, but mountain. Like, this is the most bestest place you could find, like, ever. This is not a super big high mountain, but it looks decent. Ow. So, and down there we have some shoreline for the tin. Yeah, like I would get turned around, but then I can remember some landmarks. And I learned the lay of the land a little bit. So now I know that to the one side there is plains, to the other side there is mountain. And we know where the shoreline is. We can find hill deer, and from there we can find elder again. You stop that nonsense. Don't heal everything here. I do love those bear claws, but the reflexes default to the spear. That is what it is. We do have one of those already. Don't need a couple. Do we have the second? Oh, yes, sir. Things are good. So we want a portal house where we can put a portal for all of the forest and meadows needs. And that portal house is going to be decorated with the trophies. That's the master plan. For anybody who has seen videos of mine, the Journey to Valhalla or the Comfy Cozy Completionist series, you know that I love me my portal houses. You'll leave my stuff in peace there. Stop it. We can get a little bit more out of that because it is nearing the 9 o'clock mark here. And with that problem that I have to get up 5 a.m. next morning for work, we have to stop streaming at 9 o'clock because I have to be in bed by 10. That is a pity. Longer streams occur when I am on vacation, but I am not on vacation right now, so we can finish this day and get some tin home too. And then we're gonna have to postpone any other things for the next episode next Tuesday. This is a really good spot for tin. I found several nodes there. Ah, yeah. I know what you mean. That is why I have sticky notes on my basement wall, on my base wall, to remind me what I forgot. And I have the bestest viewer who helped me remember. Iskandja did tell me that I put the oaks at the spawn. And I had completely forgotten that I have planted oaks at the spawn. There is carrot seeds there. Okay, that is everything here. Can we carry all of that? Home. Home we go. Absolutely. I'm absolutely agreeing with you, F1. I like to play with fist weapons anyways. I have been known to playing with bare fists before the bare paws were a thing. I really love them and I love playing with them. But the reflexes get the better of me more often than not, and I default back to the spear. That is what happens here. Man, we are rich. Look at all of that stuff we picked up there. There's so much stone here. We have to get something out, some of that out of here, because that is getting ridiculous. Gonna put it. Where do we put that? Ooh, dark. Can't see. Let's put it here. We never will fell that oak tree here. It's just too nice to have that oak tree there. There. Okay, that better. See there, I put the writing on the wall. What I do not want to forget, because I will forget. My gosh, I'm such a forgetful gamer. That is ridiculous. Oh, we had 2 already there. Well, okay, we have more now. By the time we get around to getting the obliterator, and we will have a lot of trophies to sacrifice to Odin there. Looking good. I'm pretty happy with how our base turned out so far. I'm pretty happy with the field right here. We can farm the stuff here. We're gonna build a smeltering place over there under the trees, and then we have the wood farm over there beyond the bridge. I really like this location here. It's really neat with the forest on the one side and then the meadows on the other side. I really like that. Really pretty. What is this? Oh yeah, that is the tin that I dropped here because I couldn't carry anymore. Can I get some in there? And some of that, well, no, at a coal. And there we go. Yeah, that I totally understand. I do play this particular world and character only on Tuesdays. So 1 week between 2 sessions is like, okay, I have forgotten whatever I wanted to do. I do play 1 or 2 times a week with my son with a different character, and then there I have to have the reminders. So yeah, I totally get forgetting between 2 sessions with breaks in between what you were about and what you wanted to do and what you don't want to forget. I totally get that. So we're gonna stand right in front of our bed because the next session will begin with us sleeping there. We're gonna save the game and we're gonna quit this and we're gonna get over to that. And I'm gonna be saying my good nights here because, like I said, 5 o'clock in the morning, the alarm will go off for me to start my work day. We're gonna come back next Tuesday, 18:30 GMT +1 summertime. It's not yet winter time, so summertime. I hope I see you back. I hope you liked the stream, and if you did so, consider subscribing, consider giving it a thumbs up. Would help the channel out a lot if you did. And I hope I see you all back next week. And with that, I bid you a good night and are going to be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye!